they say. I hate eavesdropping a whole lot, and I was at Mellow Mushroom the other day with my buddy. We're eating, and I could tell we were just talking, and I could tell that there was this like hippie girl right behind us, and she was eavesdropping on everything that I said. And I was telling a story, and I used the term "this black guy." Not that I'm racist. I was just telling a story, trying to paint a picture. And I was like, "Yeah, this black guy." And a stranger, she chimed in. She was like, "Oh, why do these have to be black?" And I'm pretty proud of myself. Like, immediately I said, "Yeah, why does he have to be? Why couldn't he be white like the rest of us? What utopia?" She didn't get it. Did not get it. So I was eavesdropping at DeSoto Lounge the other day, and these two hipsters were talking about how about like the war, how they wouldn't want to go over there for anything. And this old man was like, "Well, if it wasn't for me, you two would be speaking German." As if that's the worst part about being a Nazi. Speaking German. If it wasn't for me, you'd be making luxury automobiles and eating chocolate cake. If it wasn't for me, you'd be wearing lederhosen and drinking beers the size of your head. If it wasn't for me, you'd have free health care. Yes. German, gross, right? It's gross. So, you know the time, this is for the bros in the audience, but the time before you masturbated where you'd be like rooting around in your like parents' medicine cabinet or your friend's parents' medicine cabinet, and you'd find Vaseline and they'd be like, "Oh, someone, you jerking off?" And you're like, yeah, sure. And then the time came where you actually would jerk off, and you'd go for the Vaseline, which is the fucking worst thing to masturbate with ever. It's like jacking up in quicksand. It's like just slow. It's like pumping a super soaker for the 100th time. Like, something's broken. Don't pull the trigger. All right, pull the trigger. Yeah, it's broken. Yep. I have a wacky aunt, and I see her about once a year, but every year she drags me to this like bullshit like art convention or wine tasting or something, and every time I'm there, she like scatters off and does her own thing, and like inevitably like some fucking weirdo guy with finger-toed shoes comes up to me and is like, "Oh yeah, you enjoying the wine?" "Yeah, it's a 79 Maltback." And I'm like, like at this point, I just want to say the fewest amount of words to get him away from me. So I'm like, "Oh yeah. Well, it is a good wine. I like to consider myself kind of a wine dinosaur." And he's like, I think you mean connoisseur. And I was like, no, I don't eat meat. Good day. I was outside smoking outside my work the other day, and a homeless guy asked me for money while I was doing the thing that gets me money, which is kind of like, I understand if you're outside of a bar and you're drinking, you have, income that you can spare. And but he's asking me for the money while I'm doing the thing that makes me money. And it's kind of like if you were looking for a girlfriend and we're in kind of a girlfriend recession where they're kind of hard to find, and you look on Craigslist and you finally find one, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll keep your number on file," and then never call you back. And you finally do get a girl that you're having sex with, like regularly, and some stranger kicks down your door. And it's like, "Hey man, I don't mean to bother you, but we just coasted in from Charlotte on pussy fumes, and I was just wondering if I could just get like $1 worth of pussy." And I'm like, "Hey man, get the fuck out of here." He's like, "Okay, God bless." All right, that's all right. Thank you guys.
I hate when I need pussy to run my car. It is the worst. Because you can't just go to a pussy station. And if you do, it's illegal. They have them, but they're called brothels. That's, yeah. Next comment.